This princess could spend an entire ordinary citizen's monthly income on just one breakfast. If any servant around her made even the slightest mistake, she would punish them cruelly. When the kingdom was struck by a severe famine and countless people lost their homes, she showed no sympathy at all. She even mocked them, saying, "If there's no bread, why don't they just eat meat?" Then she continued indulging in her luxurious lifestyle. With a neighboring country secretly stirring things up, the starving people were finally pushed to their limit. They rose up in rebellion one after another. The entire royal capital was quickly engulfed in the flames of war. The princess was also thrown into a dark and damp dungeon. She spent 3 years there. Every day, all she had was moldy food and endless humiliation, until finally, she faced her judgment. In front of the entire nation, she was dragged to the guillotine. Everyone was waiting to see this hated princess punished. Looking at the cheering crowd below, the princess finally realized her mistakes. She began remembering everything she had done in the past. The moment the blade fell, the blood splattered everywhere and happened to land on the diary she had written for 8 years. Perhaps the heavens had witnessed the princess's repentance. When she suddenly woke up in bed, she realized that she had returned to 8 years ago. At first, she thought it had all been a nightmare. But when she saw the diary stained with blood, she realized that everything had actually happened. She didn't want to accept reality. Yet while eating breakfast, memories of eating rotten food in the dungeon in her past life kept flooding back. So now, even when she ate the yellow leaf tomatoes she used to hate the most, she felt incredibly satisfied. She was even so happy that she began to cry. Seeing this, the chef beside her was terrified. Before he could even kneel down and beg for forgiveness, the princess stood up and thanked him for preparing her meal. Her unusually gentle behavior left all the maids around her stunned. But what shocked them even more was what happened next. A red-haired maid walked in carrying a cake. She accidentally tripped over a small stone, causing the cake to fall and become completely ruined. The princess couldn't stand it anymore and immediately prepared to lash out. Everyone thought the maid was about to receive a cruel punishment. But when the princess saw the maid's face, she froze. Because during the 3 years she had been imprisoned in her past life, this red-haired maid was the only person who risked her safety to secretly visit and care for her. Even on the day of her execution, she still came to see her. She had even quietly helped the princess fix her messy hair. During those dark and hopeless years of suffering, this maid had been her only source of comfort. So in this life, she vowed to repay her properly. She immediately promoted her to become her personal maid. But that still wasn't enough. She opened her diary. It clearly recorded that 8 years later, everyone would betray her, and she would once again walk to the guillotine. To truly understand the people's suffering and change her fate, she asked her maid to buy the rough food that ordinary people ate every day. She wanted to truly step into the lives of her people. She would never again foolishly ask, "Why don't they just eat meat?" Only after experiencing true despair can a person understand the value of happiness. She knew that she understood nothing about politics or power struggles. Changing her fate all by herself would be nearly impossible. But this time, she was determined never to make the same mistakes again.